Na 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 na. Na 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 na. I tried for so long to learn how to play that on the jaw harp, and it's just not possible. I don't think that's a real instrument. I think it's just kind of a sound device. I mean, how do you categorize that? I think clapping sticks are more of an instrument. At any rate, we got the old SNK controller out today, because today's a bit more reliably fun. Doesn't mean it's always going to be fun, but it's certainly more reliably fun. Because I mean, look, King of Fighters 95. That's not bad. I mean, it's not the one that I return to, but it's, you know, it's not like it's going to be a fucking text adventure game or some shit. Although, technically, there are some of those. If you want to describe, like, a quiz as a text adventure game, there are King of Fighters quiz games for some reason. The Japanese have a lot of funny little, like, side games that they're just happy to pump out for the local market. I think one of them does have a translation to English. I'm not 100% sure. Little fan on. Infinite continue. Alright, where was I up to here? Well, you always want fucking the Sisio and Omega fucking unlocked. Although I do probably want to fiddle with the controls a little bit. Find it just a teensy bit more reliable in here than via the native option settings. C. A. D. And B. That should work. That should be fine. Alright. How are you bumble chuds today? Always let the fucking intros rock for... Rugal. Break us. What? Team villains. A guy who goes to school with an electric dude and a judo giant. That team made no sense. There's probably this great big lore dump about, like, why. Because, like, Kyo, like, you know, legitimately back in 1994, it's like, alright, yeah, Kyo's, like, a high schooler or some shit. Actual option screen. I just, you know, I don't want the hassle. We will go team play. Team edit. Nah, I kind of want to, like, raw dog this, you know, you want to try and maybe get a fucking ending out or something. I mean, look, it's hard to go past Team Kyo Kugenryu, you know? I mean, what do I want to bring to a fighting tournament more than extreme contact karate? You know, and I do like this background, though. I mean, I tend to play a lot of these by feel. I don't really care for, like, anchors and all that shit. I swear he's got the... Oh, wait, there we are. Why am I not getting my fucking fireball? Why am I... This is not happening? Go, okay, that's what I was fucking doing. You motherless fuck. Alright, what's going on there? So, my D button... Alright. Fuck the controls up somewhere. Alright, there we go. Oh, look at that. Yeah, now I got little fireballs. Oh, yeah, this is the one that Rio, like, you know... They kind of gave, like... Stop doing that, King. That's obnoxious is what that is. Oh, and look, yeah, I can actually do my fucking charge now. Ah. Oh, fucking, that's just rude. Yeah, look, it's almost like I can fucking do shit when the buttons are where they're supposed to be. This is, in terms of how much stuff changes, it just varies. Like, sometimes there's a lot per character, sometimes very fucking little. Generally, they try to stick to a sort of, like, arc through the games. So, 94 to 95, there's a fair bit of difference, because they were still, you know, kind of feeling out the whole series. Once it gets to about 96, it's fairly stable through to 98. A lot changes then into 99, because it shifts to, like, a different sort of story arc, so it goes from, like, the Rugal arc to the Nests arc. 99's fairly stable through to about 2001, which is the dream match for that. No, 2002, which is the dream match for that. Then 2003 onward, it sort of gets a little bit more hectic, because it's where you start to see the sort of classic run sort of wind up, and you also see a bunch of like weird side games get released, like King of Fighters Neo Wave, and a few extra fucking, you know, just bits of nonsense. But I mean, some things are fairly standard, like, you can cancel hard punch into some shit, like, relatively, you know, relatively fucking simple, though. Some of the inputs do definitely change, although the more familiar ones are starting to emerge in this title. Like the standardization of quarter circle forward, half circle back for a lot of supers, that starts to enter in here. This is the last one that still has, like, just wackadoo moves, though, like, Andy's, show repar down being, like, hold crouch for, like, 2 seconds and then just roll that into a quarter circle forward in 2 kicks. That gets changed eventually. About the only one that really sticks around is Geese's fucking pretzel input, which is kind of just a bit of legacy goofery. Although, I'm pretty sure it's standardized in Real Bout Fatal Fury 2, which we'll find out when we get there. Just because it's, you know, there's just no real reason to... Like, the thing about move inputs is there's, you know, it's like shower water. You can't have just the hot tap on and you can't have just the cold tap on. You know, you kind of want a happy medium. Like, move inputs serve as, you know, ways of both explaining how a move works and also sort of giving it some natural limitations. So there's a reason there are a lot of fighting games. I mean, hell, just SNK. It's fucking crazy. Like, there's a reason Ryu's Fireball and his, you know, uppercut have similar motions. And it's to keep you from just being able to walk forward kind of hurling fireballs like crazy. You know, if you try to do that, you'll accidentally get uppercut. Like, these have purposes beyond just, you know, people hooting like gibbons. Like, yeah. Interestingly, though, this one doesn't have, like, the, you know, the super pop. You just kind of, you know, and this, you just sort of, like, charge up like that and then leap forward. It's very, very easy to read and block. You can't just, like, particularly in any kind of versus mode, you know, when you're fighting an actual human being, you'll just get blocked and punished. That fucking, like, ground pound of Goros made much more sense when the game had, like, a charge. So, like, it took SNK kind of a little while to sort of nail down what they were doing with supers. Like, they showed up in, Art of Fighting as kind of like a desperation move, really, for, you know, for a game that was functionally in a lot of ways single player. So the idea was, you know, you get low health, you have full fucking, you know, angry meter. You know, then you got like a fucking get out of jail free card, basically. Alright, now I can actually use fucking Takuma because I've got like fucking buttons where they should be. Ooh, don't just stand over there fucking... The kind of attitude that SNK's had to sort of fireballs has always been interesting too, because like, you know, I think it was 96 actually, it'll be the next game, where they kind of change a lot of them to be sort of short range, and just kind of like, you know, rather than... Ah, still got it. I'm not really sure what the internal reasoning behind that decision was. I don't hate it. Like, you know, it doesn't really bother me one way or another. The fucking wackadoo kick. No clock. One of the moves won't have in this. Okay. Whee! So that's my super, right? And so originally when they finally put super moves into like a proper competitive game, which was Fatal Fury 2 if memory serves, they had to come up with a way of making them not completely broken bullshit, because the nature of a super move is, just by its concept, it's completely broken bullshit. So how do you do that then? It's like, all right. And the way SNK went for it was like, you know, because they're desperation moves, they're things that you have just access to once your health's low. Make the inputs complicated. And a lot of the time, don't give them any kind of special priorities. Like, don't let them be, you know, like today, like you could just wake up and do super and stuff because you'll usually have frames of invincibility. There are a lot of advantages that you get. Back then, they didn't really have, well, you know, for the SNK games, they didn't really have any of those, because they hadn't hit on the idea of like a meter that you build yet. That showed up, I'm pretty sure the first time that showed up was Super Turbo. And is generally a better idea, or at least one of the better ideas. Making it a kind of resource you have to build and manage allows you to normalize the move inputs, which makes the moves more usable and more practical and more functional, but still limits them. And we'll learn kind of the limits of that when we hit King of Fighters 96. And like, you know, Geese still has the tricky input for his Blazing Storm, and still has none of the advantages of a super move. So it's just so fucking hard to use and so fucking pointless. Ooh, can... suck my balls. So, Takuma's version of the, you know, run forward, fucking beat the shit out of them, is quarter circle forward, back forward, 2 punches at the same time. Yeah, hey kids. Yeah, no, like... The reason, like, I'm really big on emulation for fighters and being able to play them at home and stuff is because, like, yeah, these things... You know, if I wanted to play one of these, it was like $1 a go. Like, a go. Like, you get $1 of credit. Some, you know, some bodegas and shit would have, like, $1 and you get 2 credits. That was amazing. You'd be like, oh, fuck yeah, I get 2 goes. But, you know, think about that. Fucking $1 a goddamn go, man. Like, that shit adds up. Especially if you're trying to learn it. Like, you know, you're not even sure what half the moves are. You're like, alright, well, what does that do? It's like, well, now I've lost a character, or now I've lost a round. I was like, you know... I mean, I'll never forget. Well, I'll talk about it more when we get to King of Fighters 98. But, like, that was the first... Like, I got that running in maybe 99 or 2000, give or take. I can't quite remember. Alright, you want to be like this, do you, Kim? Don't read my inputs like that. Thought I'd recover. Yeah, so it was like a full tilt struggle, you know, to get better at these. Just go in, play a little bit, you know, you maybe get $2. It's like, oh, there's your 2 goes. You know, I'm not a salary man with a job, I can't fucking do this shit. can't believe that's safe. Is it? Don't taunt me, Kim, you jerk. Nope. Ah, get fucked. Yeah, like, it's, you know, it's hard. This is what I mean. You buy a game now for, like, you know, what, $60-odd, and now I can just play it all the fucking time, you know. Or, you know, back in the day, fucking get it on, you know, download it and play it on NeoGeo X and be able to actually get fucking reasonably good at it. Like when, the CPS3 chipset that Third Strike was on, like Third Strike, the JoJo game, like those, like, kind of... Sadly, you know, it came out so late in the arcade period that it didn't... You know, I'd have loved to have seen the fucking CPS3 chipset get, you know, as much love as the CPS2 did, but, you know. Oh, well. How the fuck? Hidden? You fucking... get fucked. Light gun games are a little... They're not really the competitive end of things. They have... Elements of them can be, but, like... I think, like, the... what are the point blanks? Have more of that, but there are so many weird variables you get with, like, light guns, like, you know, whether or not they're fucking calibrated properly and whatnot, that it sort of makes, you know, it's real easy to argue calibration for light guns. Real easy. Although I will say that the modern 4-point LED systems are really good. I got one of those on my arcade cabinet, and it's the best. You put a fisheye lens in the end of the gun, and basically it'll not warp the spacing on the 4 LEDs. So kind of like a Wiimote, but instead of just 2 at the top, which was always really dumb, you have 1 at the top, 2 on each side, 1 at the bottom. And then if the camera can see those 4 things, regardless of where you move and what angle and, you know, how far away and all that shit, it knows where the screen is. End result, line of sight fucking shooting. It's the tits. Dave and Buster's is such a weird name for a store, man. Like, that sounds like a NeoGeo game. Let's fight in the water. Andy, you crazy guy, you. Oh, fucking... No knockdown on that. Fucking, what a ridiculous... Oh! Always sounds like he's coughing something up there. Fucking. That's Terry's weird pet monkey that he's got on the fucking dock back there. I don't know why. Like, it shows up in Fatal Fury, I think Real Bout 1 or 2, a few other ones, but like, you know. Wabbity, 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 wabbity. Yeah, I wanted to get Sinden's. Like, Sinden's... The accuracy of Sinden's is the same. The screen border thing I don't like. And it wound up being... You had to have it a lot thicker than I wanted it to be. I really... Like, I'd love to see a little more, you know, convergence. Like, I feel like the Sinden's could... you know, be made to see the 4 points as well. Like, I'd like to see that. Like, I'd like to see the, you know, Gun for IR ones be able to see the Sinden bar, you know, bar, and the Sinden ones be able to see the fucking infrared points. You know, it's a bit like how the VR shit got split. Like, the market got split between 2 different systems, and it just, you know, it didn't ruin it, but it did fuck it up. Like, having more of these things be sort of more open in how they function would just, it'd make it a lot more accessible. I wanted fucking... There we go. Is it a... I don't know. Like, I don't know if Dave and Buster's... I mean, you have to understand, just a place that you go called Dave and Buster's is weird. It's a weird thing to me. Because Buster's just is not a name in Australia. You know? Like, I think, like, the only... I mean, it's probably not even a common name in America, but it's like... It's just alien here. This was kind of fun, starting out like in this weird little, you know, and then having the walls of the stage effectively move. Fuck you, Dad. Hey, thanks, Radio Achievements. Tell your friends. I actually need help now they deleted my fucking Twitter. I can't believe that's what I got popped for. Such a fucking... Like, come on, at least one of the horrible things I've said and done. I use slurs. I probably should have used more slurs, then I'd have been fine. Little girl. Ah! Just beat the shit out of your little sister. Penis! I hit her big projectile with my little projectile. And I lost. Yeah, me and Amber played some bolt gun for the record, so there'll be a bolt gun play through a chunk of. I think we didn't get all the way through, obviously, because there's a fair bit to it, but, you know, yeah, we had a play. It looks really good, yeah. I've probably get around to playing it at some point. I do love those kind of, like, retro ones. They're just nice, great speed. I mean, I'll probably run it on the big TV outside, because I can probably get it up to 120 FPS, actually, which would be a lot of fun for me. Yeah, how do you like me now, huh, Robert, huh? Is it fun? Is this fun? Are we having fun? We're chucking the... Ah, that's just rude. I played the 40k tabletop a little bit, yeah. Like, it was one of those... Like, I liked a lot of it, and I liked a lot of the lore, etc., but, like, it's a game for people with money and time. Like, both at the same time. Which is why it's mostly played by, like, weird, like, professional nerds, you know? Like... Which is fine. This is then they started getting into Apocalypse, and it's like, man, I can't afford a fucking Tau boogie board for starters, and I don't want to spend literally 2 days doing this. Like, I don't want to spend 2 days on it. "13's a really good game. I mean, they say that it's not, like, cost-effective to like, do the graphics of 13 again, but you look at games like fucking Pocket Bravery, and alright, there aren't as many characters, but fucking still, man, like, come on. That, you know, that's beautifully, beautifully animated. Old-school 2D, and that's made by, like, you know, some Brazilians in a cupboard. Like, it wasn't a pro fucking out, you know, thing. So, it's just a decision. They don't wanna, and, like, fine, but still, you know. Don't act like it's impossible, you just don't fucking want to. This was one I remember playing in the arcade in Brisbane before it got turned into a whatever the fuck, time zone. Before it got turned into a time zone, it was a little standalone independent joint called Las Vegas for some reason. I played this a little bit, and I played the Simpsons arcade game that day. Yeah, Choi is a weird character design. I've never really understood him. I mean, it might be some reference to some Korean cultural thing that I'm ignorant of, but yeah, for some reason there's just a tiny... Like, that was like Kim's team's really weird, you know, because it's him, and like the idea of it's like, alright, he's Taekwondo for justice, so he's going to rehabilitate criminals. Fine. But like, you know, one of them's a big wrecking ball guy, it's like, okay. And then the other is just like fucking midget Freddy Krueger with 2 sets of knives, and I just don't get it. Yeah, I mean, like, look, you know, the problem with anything is fans. You just ignore them half the time. I mean, particularly because the ones worth ignoring don't make it hard to figure out, you know, figure that out. There's good music this stage, I like this. Ow, my ass! Ah! Is that Magic? Magic the Gathering? Is that what MTG is? I don't know what the fucking... Come here, you. My housemate plays that. I do not. Heavy D's in 94 and 98. I think he might show up later on a few of the side quest King of Fighters games. Yeah, I liked Heavy D. Good old Team America. There is... I do, like, recommend looking up some fucking, like, tournaments for King of Fighters 98. Because you will see the most insane Brian Battler nonsense around. Utter madness, that character. And he looks so stupid. I liked using him just because his super move is like 14 sit-down power bombs in a row, and I just can't, you know. Woo! Crafty Benamaru. Like, did Benamaru go to school with, like, fucking Kyo, or, you know, like, what's the deal here? Bum sex. Yeah. Yeah, like, my housemate plays Magic the Gathering mostly to craft these intricate nonsense troll decks, which, look, I do appreciate hearing about. Nice scrotum. Ah, fuck. Yeah, like, I hate basically the mechanics, or like just how Magic the Gathering runs, because it's like, I asked him the other day, and it was just like, do you still have to fucking like buy a pack and just hope a card is in there? Is that like, are they still trying to treat it like it's fucking collector cards and not like a battle game or something? It's fucking absolutely mind-boggling. Now step shit up. It's 1996. This is where we start to get a lot of like the, you know, more sensible standardization of the game. Not totally, but a chunk of it. Yeah, like my housemate came home from a game the other day and was talking about how one of his friends is... Oh yeah, I was playing this in my own time. For me. Mode console, yeah, your side console, good. Unlock Chizuru and Gonads. Even though I'm not going to use them because it's just, you know, you're just cheating. Shrink character. Oh boy. How silly. How deeply silly. Like, so, his friend who's married is late coming home because they're stuck playing this fucking game of Magic the Gathering. And so he's on the phone to his wife, right? And he's like, no, I know, I said I'd be home. I know. Angus played Stellar Minefield and Stasis. That's what I said. Just, that story is just so fucking funny to me. I don't even know what those things are or what they do. It's just flawless. It's like, even the wife is like, Stellar Minefield and fucking Stasis. Like, from what I could gather, he was playing a way that would just make the game drag out and take fucking forever. Because he doesn't have a wife to go home to, you know. So he can just do that. He can just be an inconvenience. Geese. Like, he keeps getting these weird fucking... And he keeps explaining them to me and shit, and they all sound very funny. Like, I do like the idea of just tormenting people. But, you know... Did I fiddle with the had? I can't remember. No, that's fine. One thing I do like about the home versions of these, and you can set them in the dip for the arcade, is you can just play it like a regular Street Fighter game. Which I do kind of prefer sometimes, because sometimes I just want to fucking, you know, enjoy a character, and not have to pick 3 characters and have one of them be fucking stupid. Like, the concept of any kind of, like, you know, battle card game, it's fine. It's just... yeah. Is that any way to... yeah, so now you'll see, like, the projectiles are sort of like these things. They can't be hit, so they're not a hurt box. They're just pure hitbox, which is, you know, still useful. But, it just represents an interesting change in sort of the philosophy. Like, the Koken and shit like that in this is just, is charge in this? Oh, wait, I made it. Alright. I'm a big stupid dummy. A big stupid dummy. Yeah, so you can still charge up. So, alright, so... for this... Geese's move is down, back, half circle back, down, forward, and punch. Right? And I do that. Now, the screen doesn't freeze. I get no kind of invincibility or anything like that. The hurt box is the fucking fire that erupts from the ground. It's fucking useless. Like, it is so hard to get anything to happen out of it. Because you have to go to get the fucking move to come out. Already annoying. It doesn't go anywhere, so you got to use it either on your jump in or on their jump in. You can't do it on reaction for their jump in, so that's useless. There's no screen freeze, there's no invincibility, there's no bonuses that would make it kind of effective in any way, shape, or form. And so you're just left with this fucking, like, stationary tantrum you can kind of throw out in the corner by yourself when you're bored. And, just... double Reppuken. Suck dicks. This was also where they started changing up the super moves for if you had red health and a fully charged meter. Yeah, like, my housemate just bought like a massive deck of Proxy the Gathering, because it's just like, we just want to play a game and have fun. Shibugan! Kick. Kick. Big kick. Well, it's not... believe me when I say my housemate doesn't play to win. He plays to frustrate and annoy or win in the most batshit nonsense way possible. Like, he had one card that, like, you win automatically if you have, like, just 6 of this one sort of useless dude in your deck or some shit. Like, I think it was something to do with, like, a fucking, alchemist or something. Like, I can't, you gotta understand, all of this is mostly just gibberish to me. Arashi no saxophone, baby. I'm gonna whack you with my pimp stick. Dusha. The rules about weapons in fighting games are opaque at best. Like, some of it actually comes up in SVC Chaos, because Haomaru's in that, and other characters are like, hey, why are you allowed to bring a sword? Like, I just don't know what it is. I don't think there's ever been a single piece of organization or standardization. Mr. Big is one of the main villains from the original Art of Fighting. So he's like the sub-boss you fight. In that game, it was really interesting because he couldn't actually dodge. I mean, he couldn't jump. Fucking stop with your bullshit, Vice. Ain't you got like a 14-year-old boy to molest somewhere or something? Like... Great standing hard on Big in this one, though. Night, Nick. This was also during the period where they didn't give a hot fuck really about translations. Just... So I did love Team Evil Boss Guy. Oh yeah, Vice and Mature both have, like, you know... Fucking Punch and V card. But, like, maybe a bit early. Like, you know... You know, we're not talking like fucking 16 or 17 here. You know, it's like... Krause's voice actor is another one of those ones that I just fucking love, like... Just gonna keep doing it. Just gonna keep doing it. Nothing you can really do, because you're the computer and you're stupid. I'll tickle your a-hole. Sleep well! Oh, the Blitzball just kills the frame rate. Kyo. It's a fighting game from the 90s. The backgrounds were nothing but movement. I don't hate that. Like, I don't know, it never bothered me, I suppose, just because I grew up with it and I'm used to it. If anything, a lot of the backgrounds today are just, like, weirdly static to me. Like, I understand there are some, like, some of the fucking Marvel vs. Capcom ones are madness, and that game is madness. Actually, so here's a little idea. So I understand why in Marvel vs. Capcom's, like the 3D ones particularly, it's just like, let's not do these stages, because it's fucking hard. I can't remember if oh, there we are. Alright. So one thing we can do in this, which is nice, is we can actually overclock the original CPU. And you can actually not usually eliminate, sometimes it's a bit unsafe, depending on the game, but you can help cut down on slowdown. Right now, I think this is going too fast. Maybe a little too fast? Yeah, it's a bit fast. But, I mean, not in a bad way. I think I'm having more fun. I'm sure it's not getting Blitzball slowdowns. I could probably tweak this down a little bit just to get, like... Kaiser. No, this is 96. Ever have your ass kicked by a guy with a purple mustache? Tick that down to 120, see if I can... Just the shit kicked out of you by a guy with a purple mustache. Yeah, I think it was probably a notch too quick. I'm pretty sure this is I think this was Leona's first appearance, actually, as at least as a playable character. Reppuken. Daba Reppuken. Dairy Queen. Alright, do something so I can parry you. Ah, fuck you, lady. Slam! Baba Rapukin! Such a... So great. Ah! The Rolling Cradler, which is technically actually a move. Usually it's called the Oklahoma roll or sometimes the Kiwi roll. I don't know why they gave that to Clark. Like, there are a lot of better moves they could have given to Clark, but Clark's had some weird fucking wrestling moves added to his repertoire over the years. We'll see some of those later on. Yeah, King of Fighters is a game I play for fun. Like, I'm not good at it. I've never been good at it. Like, they're too hyper aggressive for me. Like, you're expected to just be on someone all the fucking time. I actually killed somebody with Blazing Storm. Yes, the computer was set to easy, mother. But, like, I think that's the first time I've actually managed to get Blazing Storm to be practically useful in a fucking single-player fucking fight of this. I'm gonna call it there. I'm not doing better than that. It's just physically impossible. Alright, so now we're up to 97, which is probably the best of the original narrative series. 98's a dream match, so it's not technically, like, canon. You know, it's just all stuff happening. Yeah, no, I have been playing this one as well, for my own amusement. Alright, yeah, I already probably did fucking... Yep. Didn't need to do that. Oh, well, whatever. Ring, ding, ding, ding. This is one of the reasons why I really like this, is you get some of the benefits of, like, the home console version, but without the weird white blood. Which I just fucking hate, because it's stupid. Yeah. Just make them explode with cream. So here's where we get also the advanced and extra mode. Advanced is like better because it doesn't have the funny, silly little charge. Well, I mean, I like it. You don't get the you know. Let's go fucking Team Ikari Warriors. Let's bust out some fucking Clark. I mean, like, yeah, you'd think green, maybe, but also, like, it's, like, this is not, we're not talking Mortal Kombat here. Like, the blood in this is like a little fucking curl of blood, mostly on Leona's fucking moves. You wouldn't just let Clark walk up to you. Still got the running. One thing about this game is the music is not great, because it's barely there. It's all like this weird... They went for like this weird diegetic approach to the music, like... Terrence Bogans. And then sometimes some characters have their music in it. It's just like, eh. They did fix this with 98, but, you know... No rolling through the running grab, Terrence. I love this, like, sound design is one thing that, like, a lot of the SNK games have always really excelled at. The sound effect of, yeah, there's just no, some characters have no fucking music for some reason. And we get, like, you know... Because I think this is, like, technically the first year where the fucking, it's like a big official King of Fighters, you know, it's like it's a huge popular event that, like, the world watches and stuff. They commercialized it, basically. Alright, so now if you push ABC, you burn one of your little balls, and you've got, like, a set amount of time to get, like, your super out. Clark is basically like when people kept saying John Cena couldn't wrestle, and he started busting out like fucking springboard stunners and shit. That's basically Clark. Except Clark can actually do a Hurricane Runner. I think... I know he tried one more than once, but I think basically every time... I don't think anyone was ready for like fucking Cena to bust out a fucking Hurricane Runner, so like half the time he like curled a little bit as opposed to arcing and like landed on his own head. Yeah, so that, like, that represents the some, really, amount of blood. Unless you hit with, like, the fucking angsty girl fucking beam or her throw, which is kind of cool. You know, just sort of stabs her. No taunting. I watched a couple of your live streams while on a flight. Hey, well, good luck to you. At least you got, like, Wi-Fi on the flight, man, like... I usually fly too cheap. They're like, you know... They just come through and kick you in the head. And then you're just supposed to, like, entertain yourself with the subsequent concussion. Sting! Come on, come on. Come over here. There's not a lot of utility to using that, like, where King did just there. I mean, a big problem is that, like, you know, Cena was in that period where, like, Vince was absolutely, like, you just weren't allowed to do different shit. Like, there's a WWE style of wrestling, that's it. And that's all they let their guys do. You know, it was kind of it was only because Cena's Cena that he managed to fucking get away with pulling off, like, you know... Great big nerd. Yeah, like, I'd love the cutting fingernails thing, but it's just like... It just seems like a lot of effort. Like, you gotta put lots of that clear nail polish on, and I feel like I'd just wind up stabbing myself, and I'd probably fucking circumcise myself, I mean, let's face it. I'll just have to settle for, like, great big power wallops. You know, like fucking... Like Ralph, you know, he can just explode things when he punches, which is rad. Cousin, I'd be lucky to get a stale Cheeto on, like, a fucking cheap Australia flight, you know? I'm pretty sure this one has the first instance of the Galactica Phantom too, which is like just an all-timer of a move. Like Ralph's move that has a startup that you can count in like minutes and is a one-hit KO. They had to keep music for some characters. I'm guessing the Japanese Athena fans are probably insane. Like, Idol fans in general are insane, and if you, like, combine that with, like, you know, fighting game dweebs, you've just got absolute fucking weaponized cunts. Ah, bonk! Getting that Northern Lights driver. The live events are a little bit weird. Like, depending on what one you go to, like if it's a Raw taping or something, it'll be more standardized. House shows are a lot of fun, apparently. All right. Let's see if I can make this happen. Let's see if we can live the dream of like. Penis! It's so hard to make happen. Yeah! I think it's only like a... It might be only a KO in 1998, or like a... Maybe on counter hit or something. I know there is at least one game though where it's just like, it's a fucking kill. team this bunch of jerks. Yeah, like, he just goes... Billy Kane's music rules. Come here. Yeah. That crunch sound. That's just, that's King of Fighters to me. Like... I got this. My problem was always like it was such a struggle to get those little hops, and the hops are like the whole of like fucking King of Fighters basically. Billion Scanner. Billium. I mean that it's kind of what the King of Fighters series became for me eventually, was just like fun super moves of the game. It's also like, you know, why Mugen's like that basically. Whee! Release German suplex. Fisherman Buster. That's a fisherman suplex without the pinning. A fisherman suplex is a fisherman suplex because you unhooks the leg. And like Mr. Perfect's Perfect Plex. And one I always loved because it was... I could legit just shoot fucking... do those to my little brother. Yeah, the Oklahoma roll's a weird one. Like it got used in Japan a fair bit. I think it got like ported over by the Texans, like Terry Funk. I'm pretty sure Terry Funk used to do it actually. Wouldn't surprise me. Actually, when we get to one of the real bout Fatal Furies, oh yeah, the running 3. Ah, you penis. Up we go. Crunch. The clock special was just always weird. It's like they could never really come up with like... Because they didn't just want to give him like a pile driver or a power bomb or something, but... They gave him that. Which sucks and is stupid. But is 1,000 times better than the one he had in like King of Fighters 2003, where he kind of like... dropped you onto his own taint, and it made no sense. And whoever came up with it should be publicly flogged. Not a lot, but just I demand an explanation for it. The DDT's legitimate tech. Lots of it's legitimate tech. Like, a diamond cutter? No. But like a fucking DDT? Oh, hell yeah. I mean, this one's interesting because it actually does have the fucking guys doing the catch-a-kata or whatever the fuck it is. Like... It's in Baraka. It's like a bunch of Indonesian guys go into a forest and just go nuts. And it's one of those things where it's like, how'd you come up with this, you know? Like, they're over on the other side, but you'll see them going at it. And it's like, did you have to convince a group of people to do it to begin with? Or did someone else like just walk through the forest and find like Dave by himself going like this, just shouting, and then someone else decided to join in? You know, like, why that? Like, I think they're over here. Yeah, there they are. Like, don't get me wrong. Fun. I'm not going to say it's, you know, it's bad or whatever, but, like, just, you know, why that? How'd you come up with that? I do recommend watching Baraka. Baraka and, it had a sequel, I can't remember what it is. They're not narrative films. They're just sort of like experiences. It's so synchronized too. Like I love the idea of just someone stumbling on that. Like just not knowing what's happening. It's just like this. It's like when bees get together and do that rippling thing, but then like, I don't know. You know? It's like, okay, but there's not like a wasp at the middle of it. Like, that would at least kind of like make a bit more sense. Like, what are you guys doing in there? Oh, we're trying to like vibrate a wasp to death. They'd be like, alright. I mean, it's still weird, but... Ouch. Stab! Jack. I've been thinking about that a lot lately. Like, just, you know, you look at all these little cultural headdresses and shit, and it's like, you know, some things have, like, alright, why do we do this? And it's like, well, it keeps the fucking flies off, or it, like, stops us from getting bit by mosquitoes. It's like, there's practical things. It's like, alright, you know, that's easy. There's a one-to-one fucking thing. But then it's just like, I made this fucking thing I'm gonna wear on my head, and it's like, why? You know, like, why that? How'd you know when you were done? It's tradition. Yeah, but it's like fucking, you know, so? It's not answering my question. Aww. Ground pound. Yeah, like when it's like, all right, yeah, we're gonna get rid of these foreskins. Why is that? Cause walking around in the desert, if you got a bit of sand under there, you're fucked. We're just gonna see this. We're gonna head this problem off at the pass. Schning! I love the fucking cut sound effect too. But I mean, like, why would chicks dig that? You know? It's like, alright, it's expensive, but why does it go through a little twirl in your head, you know? Like, I don't know. Like, even everything I do is like, there's a rational fucking... Oh, the V-slicer! That's the V stands for virgin, Shingo, and we know. Oh, bum sex. This got me laid once. Not even on a clay tablet. This is all, half of this shit's pre-writing. Like, writing showed up like fucking, you know, fairly fucking recently, man. Like, you know, first city was like what, 10,000. First agriculture. First writing was like way after that. When was it? Fuck. I used to know this. I've read so much about fucking Sumer. I'd be like, I don't know, 4,000 BC or something. Whatever. But the point is, humans have been around for like, you know, maybe 100,000 years, give or take, a bit more. So it's just all like, alright, time to twirl the fucking bone through the hair. Why? Like, that's the problem, is a lot of it gets divorced from what it originally did. I mean, even if any of it really originally fucking did anything. I think it's also a problem of just like, you know, there's just so little... Such a weird existence to me, you know? A kind of a lack of a broad perspective about who and what you are in regards to the universe, you know? You just live in this howling, almost animal void of just stuff, you know? I'm gonna put this on to make the thunder god stop. Why? My brain does not have that capacity. It does not, there's no why in that. You know? It's like my dog used to freak out during storms and like she'd run in and she'd stand under the curtain and it was just a doily over her head, but it made her feel good about herself. Oh, yeah, like, that was the whole of, like, basically the verbal tradition structures of, like, the great poems of Greece and stuff, like, big elements of that, big elements of, like, things like, the Germanic tales, like, Beowulf, you know, big chunks of that are, like, part of mnemonics to help you remember, like, your fucking 4-hour-long fucking story. And this is where we learn that the goofy new characters who are part of, like, a band are also evil. Come here. So help me God, Chris, I will hit a child. You don't even need to have, like, the ability to shoot fire. I'll just beat the shit out of you. I don't even give a fuck. Ow, 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 ow. Ah, stop it, you little bastard. I'm trying to be too technical, that's my problem. Yeah, just a bunch of flaming nut truck, you know. See, hitting around, I feel like this is adding too much to it. Like, people don't, like, again, you know, there just wasn't that much thought. A lot of these people, like, a lot of it, you know, a lot of ruling and stuff just wasn't even cynical, you know. People actually think this shit. Stop it. Throw, catch, punch. You can do that to, like, fucking little cousins and shit, too. They can't stop you. Yeah, like, that's just the like, the human brain is just a pattern-seeking system. So if just two things happen near each other, it's like, well, those are obviously related. Just what happens when that just goes bonkers. Crunch, dump, headbutt, fisherman's driver. Don't mind me, just over here. Just punching. Yeah. Like, that's what I mean. Like, you have to really think about that as, like, that's... You have to effectively remove from your rational system the developed understanding of cause and effect that we have as a result of, like, you know, several hundred years of, you know, science-like substance. You know? Like, because anyone with, like, anyone with a vague understanding of that is like, no, there's the volcano and, you know, Diane cheating on you are not related. Those are not related in any way, shape, or form. But for, like, you know, when you don't have any of that understanding, of course those two things are related because they happened on Tuesday. Shemale, that's funny. Punch. I mean, I'm gonna get to, like, Orochi, but then I'm not gonna have fun. I mean, it's still, though. Even, you know, not nice even on easy to get to Orochi using a fucking controller. Not now, Yashiro. Okay, I don't, like, need your fucking nonsense. Shami's got some hilarious shit in later games. Like, they really turn her into just titty grappler. Alright. Here we go. Just... I'm guessing some of this is technically correct in terms of translation, but, like, it doesn't fit the moment. You know? I don't want to hear you can't hack it from, like, a god. Pachoo! It's very specific. I won't want to meet one of them little kitty femboys. Huh. That wasn't in any of the ancient scrolls. Don't talk about my grandpappy like that. So, Leona is one of the characters that has, like, a connection to the fucking snake god Orochi's bloodline. It's why she goes berserk. It's also in Iori, which is why he has that berserk mode too. They're fun characters if you like glass cannons and can play this game at, like, the fucking 500 miles per hour it needs to be played. Because they have bugger all health, and they move like lightning. Like, they move so fast, it's just not even fun for me to, like, use them. I just don't know how I can't. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SNK Bosses. Now, the fact that it's on very easy may save me here, but I'd be very surprised, honestly. That was just his throw. Ah! Oh, that was fun. Yep. Yeah! Come on, do it, do it, do it. Kill him, kill him. Oh, fuck off. Oh, that's right. Your god didn't fucking reckon with the awesome power of a fucking brainbuster. I mean, my personal least favorites are Chrysalid from, like, 99. The 99-2000 period, even on easy, those bosses are just so frustrating. I mean, handsome abs. I don't know. What's like? Because the problem is like, all right, yeah, I have handsome abs, but like, but I'm not me though. The problem, you know, there's just a snake guy piloting me. You know, I don't get handsome abs. You know, and Orochi is a little too lean, you know, for my body type. You know, you can't put this head on like that kind of lean dude thing, because it will just emphasize how catastrophically big my head is, and you know, I have enough difficulty with that as it is. It seems so peaceful. What do you say about the crazy stabby girl that like fucking Hearden partnered us up with? She's gonna go like berserk or something. She's gonna eat my mum and dad. No, I chose a beard to like give it verticality and not horizontality, because I need that. Because the problem is I got like a Scandinavian, you know, war forehead, which is good. But then I've also got like a nubbiny little fucking, you know, Celt fucking chin. And the end result's just a fucking nightmare. So that's nice. Got a little ending there for Leona. All right, 90 fucking 8. It's the real shit. Fucking lost my shit when I managed to get this to fucking work. Cause like, ding ding. You know, it started, my brother was playing, like, Game Boy games on No Cache GBA on, like, the family computer. And he was talking about emulators, and I was like, oh, okay, so I started looking those up. And at the time, I was trying to find a place to download the DOS version of Mortal Kombat. So I just really wanted to play, like, basically arcade Mortal Kombat at home. And then I stumbled upon MAME, and that fuck me running. That was, like, MAME 0.34. Currently up to about MAME 0.260. So it gives you an idea about how long ago that was. Don't think I actually need those this time around. Red blood. Infinite continues. It doesn't look like the bosses are by default in this. This is my heart, my soul! So yeah, I tried to get Mortal Kombat running on like fucking 0.34 fucking MAME, which was a trial back then because you couldn't just look up how make game work. But through that, I managed to stumble upon fucking NeoGeo X. Now this game's rad because like, not only do you have like every character from like the past few games, but if you push start on some characters, or maybe selecting this actually, you get like different versions of them. Like if you hold start and select them, you get like the, the difference between the King of Fighters version or a real Bout Fatal Fury version. But yeah, this one fucking rules, because, yeah, we got like Team America. I do like Heavy D. Never gonna say no to a bit of Heavy D. Fucking... some Saisu. Oh, I'll chuck some Shami in there. Fucking Suplex Princess. Always liked King, too. So, this being a non-canon game, there's no, like, sort of teams or endings, really. Like, if you beat it with a team, you get, like, some pictures. You're also able to make, like, not teams, but characters who know each other. That's a special intro, because I'm Orochi, so Chizuru tries to, like, banish me. Just me on the phone in the middle of a fight. Look at her go. She's got some of my favorite fucking supers in this game, because one of them is literally just a fucking... She counts a pin, and if she gets you with it, you just lose. Maya, shut up. You're just jealous I got the titty game in this. Crunch. Look at her go. Yeah, SVC Chaos is part of the original NeoGeo run. It's on here. Just suplexes. Little suplex machine. Look at her go. God damn it, King. Fuck you, you spoil sport. Good air. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I swear that's not even her end quote. Some of the end quotes in fucking King of Fighters are absolute hot garbage. I'm pretty sure one of my favorites is like Chang's from 2002. When he wins, here is what he says. Scooby Dooby Doo Wop Doo Wop a Doo Doo. That's it. Yeah. Well, Amber's been at school. We recorded yesterday. I'm doing this in my house. This is a stream. So, like, in this one, they gave Heavy D this really cool thing, where if you tap down twice and 2 punches, he does, like, a bit of shadow boxing, but then he gets doubled up versions of all his moves, which is really rad. So, yeah, you get, like, fucking... But, you know, it only lasts for the use of one of those moves. Ah, fuck, I missed the last one. Boop. Yeah, actually, I never thought about that. Like, Heavy D's name has an exclamation point in it. Alright, let's play some shenanigans here. Let's try to get, it's such a fucking hassle to get. Ah, come on! I'm doing it wrong, it's gotta be. Oh. It's quarter circle back, half circle forward. Alright, that was on me. Heavy D's nuts. Oh yeah, she's fine. It's just, you know, general health issues of, like, she's had her whole fucking life and, you know, having to do fucking schoolwork, which is fucking draining. Like, it just takes it out of you. Especially, like, she's got to go to, like, fucking, it's really funny, actually, because she's got to go to, like, TAFE out in, like, fucking Gold Coast or some shit. Like, that's a fucking ways away, you know. That was, my big thing was, I want all my shit at the Brisbane campus. I'm just not going to the Gold Coast for an education. I just don't care. Oh, legit. I read years before they even knew another friend of ours transitioning. That's my personal favorite. Like, Croshaw was easy because, like, he always wanted these things. He just, like, you know. Oh, get back here, you little bastard. Alright. No. Ah! Yeah. Well, that and, like, I don't know, like, I had 2 women say I look good with a beard, and if 2 women say that, then that's enough. Ah, Suplex Carnival. That's the actual name of this one, too. Yeah, basically, but you can't be too picky with women. You know, you're selecting from effectively, like, probably give that one a rest there, just because it's more shenanigans than anything else. Then we get into Millennium Battle. This has a lot of stuff that I like. I played this one an awful lot. I had it on the Dreamcast. It's also one of the ones where there's, like, a fairly solid and noticeable uptick in all the sprites used and stuff like that. Fuck you. Fucking. There we go. This one also had the kind of expansion of the teams to, like, 4, and basically you also had, like, a striker, so kind of like a cameo that they're doing in Mortal Kombat now. except you could actually play as them and it wasn't just stupid. Cameos. It's just such a lazy fucking decision. It's like, ah, we couldn't think of a gimmick for this one. Is it going to be a tag fighter? No. We're just, you know. There's going to be no thematic or storyline connection between these two things, even though, like, theme and story are, like, fucking, you know. Oh, knowing other people is the burden of self-knowledge. Once you know yourself, once you know how little you... Once you get past your animal ego and understand how little you are in the face of the whole fucking universe, you start to be able to understand other people properly. And, like, you understand them in the face of the universe and not them in as much as they only relate to the sort of animal ego you're wandering around with. That's the challenge. Is getting rid of the animal ego is an uphill fucking battle because you'll just want to kill yourself. I do like a lot of the like added characters. Also, these reused characters from oh Christ, what is it? Angel something? It's a good game. I do really love Maxima. He's such a great addition. Steam-powered Canadian dad. Toodles here then. That's not very nice of you, Whip. So lots of new characters, lots of new fun, some new mechanics, you know. I can make Shingo come in and help me out. Whip's here. They've sort of got elements of the past two systems, so you sort of you own super blocks, but you can burn them in certain ways, but you only get like your big fancy super moves when you've got red health and you use a super block. Although this one didn't have like proper Kyo in it, which did freak people out. Like they have Kyo clones. I think K-Dash is actually one of them. That's how you pronounce that too. Even though that's an apostrophe. They're just like, a lot of the backgrounds are just weird, you know? Like, why are we fighting here? Although this is beautiful, I do love the rain effect for this stage. Yeah, so this one, instead of the roll, you've got like a basically the same thing, but you can also like hit out of it, which isn't bad. I mean, I think they got rid of it pretty much immediately. I'm not really sure why exactly, but you know. Oh, piss off. Of course, I can't cancel into that. That'd be fun. God damn it, Ralph! Stop ruining my entertainment time. It doesn't matter though now. Canadian Steam! Ralph. One of my favorite fucking command throws in a game too, and they take it out. The M11 Dangerous Arch. Fucking great. Terrible end quote. Just terrible. I'll fucking start with Canadian Steam this time. I actually like using Shingo, but like I don't really care for the other characters as like strikers. Oh, the meat. Just chuck a senton into a fight. Vapor cannon! I don't know why it's Steam. I suppose it's because you can just regenerate it. I really like this kind of version of Maxima. They've made it more robot-y over the years. That, like, the sound effects for that. You slutbag! I'm impressed, but still. His super move is just to, like, fucking... just to explode and land on them like a giant flaming ball of dad. Music's back on point, too. Zhang Fei's from Real Bout. Don't do that. And this. Bonk! I am made of hard, though, so... Yeah, the real... the old Kung Fu sound effect really has its peak in the original Art of Fighting. It uses that kind of sound design an awful lot. And it actually comes back a couple of times for just the Art of Fighting characters. They give them the old, like, echoey kind of sound effect, which I do love. I love it to death. But just the crunch sound when, like, you know, when a big hit in King of Fighters hits, it's just like, yeah! You know, there's no like, not knowing what that's doing. How did you throw me out of that, Jun? That's bullshit. I could just do that all day. Look at that! The meat! Vapor cannon! It just makes me so happy. Big meaty punch. I don't like you, little thing. I'm not sure why you're in this. But I know that if you're the size of a child, I will suplex the shit out of you. Look at you, go under my vapor cannon. I'm just offended by that. Although I do like it because, like, the drop kick to the knee in this becomes drop kick to the face for Choi because he's tiny and annoying. Stop it! Stop it! Come here. Let's drop kick a little bugger in the face. Yep, stretch him out. I love it. I just love hitting with it. I want to get my health down so I can try some of the fucking Super Desperation move versions. But, like... Boop! Dropkick to penis. A dropkick to the groin has a dropkick to the groin. Alright, let's, Yeah! Fucking love him. Ah! Okay, so from that we go to 2000, which is kind of... 2000 is probably the one I've played the least. Because I had 99 on the Dreamcast, so I was just playing that a heap at home, because I didn't have to fucking, you know, go pay $1 or a fucking go at the goddamn fucking arcade. I mean, 2000 is noteworthy to me at least, because the boss has, like, a mustache. Which is just bizarre. You know? And I don't mean, like, a weird boss mustache either. I mean, it's kind of just like a regular... Like, it's like a dad stash. You know? It's just like... Whose idea was that? Like, you know the mustaches everyone has in, like, fucking Me, Myself, and Irene? Because they're, like, you know... in, like, the Highway Patrol or some shit. It's that. It's like the Highway Patrol mustache. And it's like, why? There are just some things that just don't work culturally, you know? Like, I don't think a weird villain aiming at being a god can have a Highway Patrol mustache. And I don't have what I call tremendously sound reasons for that. Enable Bouncy Mai. Alright. Got to enable that. You need bounciness and you need blood. I mean, I do like Seth, though. He's kind of fun. Is this the first time Cooler appeared? So basically, once the government figured out that there were guys running around being able to throw like fireballs at each other, they wanted in on that. So they fucking, you know, they tried to clone Kyo, and they made like a little girl who's got like fucking ice powers and shit. I don't really know much about that one. This one also adds the extra strikers, so there's a bunch of like flashback stuff, and like old character designs or unused character designs are used as like kind of extra strikers that you can just use. Oh, look, there she is. I mean, this one also has the little lady sumo Hinako, who is an unbelievably stupid character, but kind of fun to use nonetheless. Ramon makes a first appearance here. It's always nice to see. I love Ramon. Vanessa, another personal fave. I might choose a bit of a mixed bag this time around. I'll go some Clark because I love Clark. Steam-powered Canadian dad. So now I'm tempted to go like just Team Beef. No Goro Diamond in this one though, which is a bit of a heartbreaker. Just can't argue with more dad energy. And then yeah, so that's Guy Tendo from like the fucking the weird MMA style game that only just got emulated recently. Yeah, a lot of the character art in this I don't like. 2002 it got a lot better. So since 99, Clark hasn't had the regular running grab, he's had the running tackle. And out of that, you tap down twice and then pick a button and you get like a different move. So he's still got the rolling cradler, but now he also has like just the DDT. Nice to see. Gotta love the DDT. Yeah, Buraiki 1. He's also, he's in King of Fighters 11 as well, actually. Fuck me, I'm talking too much. Yeah, 2001's got the worst. Absolute, just worst. The character design art is batshit. It's just nonsense. They also gave Clark the fucking little launcher back so he can actually do some of his moves. That's nice. I think this one also, like, every character only has like one super desperation move version of the move. And it's usually done with like 2 strike buttons. Like if it's a kick button for the regular one, it'll be like 2 kicks for the hard one. Yeah, it's a solid DDT too. Real nice one. Season 1 Smithers Takuma. So like, yeah. Good fucking wood dumping, that is. Yeah, so we got Clark's. Clark Spark. Love the taunt. It's also had like kind of the points system that carried over from 99. What's Clark's alternate? Oh, that's right. Show me. Oh, Blue Mary's English. If you think I won't Vapor Cannon. This is also the one where they changed up Maxima a little bit, so he has like a, you know, sort of a Rekka style combo thing like that. Both of those used to, like Light Punch and Hard Punch used to do different versions. This time they gave him like a rushing command grab that does like the old knee power bomb and senton combo. But he still has the M11 Dangerous Arch. I kind of want to get through this one a bit, just so we could like look at Boss Mustache. He doesn't have the fucking anti-air. Vapor cannon! Alright, show me, what are you doing? Okay. Just sit on a man's face in the middle of a fight. Joe, stop it. What is it like? Hello, Bzeep. While learning discipline at the hands of steam-powered Canadian dad. He's kind of the only sensible character of the whole series. Like, he seems aware that a lot of what's going on around him is just nonsense. Alright, let's, Maxima revenge of this shit. And, like, he kind of winds up stuck in charge of, you know, K-Dash and Cooler. And just, they're a pair of stupid children. Meat. Na 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 na. Seth's a fun sort of conflagration. Yeah, and there's Rocky from Robo Army as his, which we'll actually get to at some point in this. Titty Beam. So one thing fucking Seth has is like all the dive kicks in the world. He's got like a downward one, a backward one, which is just wild, and two kinds of forward one. A regular forward one and one that has a bit of a loop on it. And the dumb shenanigans you can get up to with these. Like, imagine like a dive kick, you can look like you're going for a jump in and then just be like, nah, and just turn around. He's also got like reversals, which are always one of my favorite archetypes in these games. Like that, and a nice little ground duster fucking strike attack that I always did enjoy. I didn't turn the time up, which is a shame. Oh, well, whatever. Fucking whatever. Alright, you having fun there, Kim? You know, you enjoying yourself here? I love this one, just kicking them. Punch face, punch face. Ah. A lot about Seth's kind of funny. He's a weird character. Like, he's sort of fun to use, but he is strange. Now, alright, yeah, so this is when Takuma still has his fireballs and stuff. Eventually he gets kind of changed a little bit, which isn't really for the worst, it's just kind of odd. As he's got his great, like, fucking Mr. Karate. And that, which is just great. Boop. Like, it could be a fucking Inoki reference. I mean, like, the approach that they've got to Seth is, like, kind of weird. Like, he's more, like, weird self-defense technique approach to fighting. Ah, fuck you. That should have hit. Help me, Rocky. Save me, Robotits. What? Huh. I wonder what his fucking super is. I have to look that up. Fuck, that makes me laugh, man. That's real. The horror is this real dad sitting in the armchair after a long day. What am I doing now? KOF. Okay, 2001. Move list, because I cannot remember what the fuck I'm doing with Takuma with that one. Alright. Who's Seth's other one? Ah, that's right. Fucking Goro. Are we really going to do this here? We're going to fight in front of the manatees. Fuck you. Oh, get fucked. Get... Oh, damn it. Fucking cool. The cool karate parry there for a sec. That's what I'm doing, you motherfucker. Alright, I'm gonna fucking fiddle with the controls for a second, because I've been doing the right move, but it's like with 2 punch buttons, and it's like, well, that's what I'm pushing. Let me guess, it won't be there, will it? No, of course it's not. Why would it? Why would it want to make my life fucking a little bit more convenient? They really have to fix that. That is the one thing that fucking... Yeah, like, it... There are a few people that seem to acknowledge this. I mean, to be fair, if this was happening at Underwater World, there's a point at which I'd be like, I don't know, maybe I don't want a part of this, you know? Maybe I don't want to pay too much attention to this. Thanks, Goro. Oh, fuck me. It didn't even go the full length. Is that not combo in this? Piss off, Shingo. I'm not in the mood. Thanks, Gordo. A lot of help you are there. No. I mean, sometimes, though, there are people going, and shit, because, like, you know. Because, duh. Alright, come on, give me that. Get absolutely rooted. Yeah, Goro just comes in to, like, hand you a judo pamphlet. Let's talk about the health benefits of judo. Gorkin! Yeah. It's gonna take this stage just sucks. I mean, a tractor shows up at one point, but like, I just don't know why we're here. You know, why are we fighting here? Like, what's this? Look at this place. This just sucks. Whip. Grab my fucking throw. The DDT! Little fucking mint. Come here! Death Valley! Come on! Alright, look at that. This is my sort of... I mean, I feel like that should have been, you know, organized about when the fucking tractor's supposed to come through, you know? Like, I feel like that's not good. This is like neutral air kick is just like a fucking front flip fucking leg drop. Help me, other guy. Ah, that's not very useful. Oh no! Ah, bum sex. Yeah. Oh yeah, I think we're at fault here. Like, although the tractor dude did crash through a wall. I mean, maybe the wall was meant to be there. I'm not entirely sure. You know what just fucking occurred to me? That's Marissa's fucking Gladius. Like, Marissa has basically got Vapor Cannon. That's why she's so good. What did you say to me? Steam! Maximum Avenger! How hard would that be to rig up? How hard is it to give me some kind of, like, steam-based vapor cannon that I can have a backpack and wear on my wrist? It can't be that hard. Someone on YouTube has to have done this already, you know? Those weird kids that they give engineering degrees to, but don't check if they've got the right kind of controllable autism. Let's just get some classic Takuma in there. Yeah, it's Gladius. Like, except, like, King of Fighters probably has more tools to deal with it. What the fuck? You ever see a man whiff a goddamn command grab at point blank fucking range? Oh, bum sex. Like, how heavy, really, though? You know, like, it's... I mean, it's got to be strong. I respect that. And, like, heavy for me is fairly relative. Like... I always do the follow-up, even when I haven't had the fucking confirm, because I'm fucking dumb. Ouch. A lot of, like, horny single mom energy from Vanessa, which I respect. You know, if it's heavy, that's good, because it means, like, just normal people aren't allowed to use it. You know, it has a natural limiter. Alright, let's rough this up. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm a licensed chiropractor. Punch. That's practically motivational there, Clark. I mean, are we going to meet the boss here? Is this... Oh, yeah, look, here we go. We get to meet Mustache Boss. Like, it's just a bit off, you know? Like, the outfit... I wonder if I can just bully him. Come on, baby. Dig it. Hey! Yeah. There is... That's the thing about, like, fighting him... It just feels like I've picked a fight at a barbecue, you know? I mean, I'll kind of get the generic ending for that, though, but... That's Zero. He's not very good. I don't really care for Zero. Doesn't have the stick-to-itiveness of the Rugal, who keeps, like, revitalizing himself. Alright, now... 2001's not an awful game, generally, but holy shitburgers, the fucking art. Like... Just Plum didn't give a fuck this time around. You'll see. Oh, you'll see. This one, I don't have anything set for, because I do not play it for enjoyment. You know, 98 I go back to. Of course you go back to 98. Everyone goes back to 98. It's the best one. Well, one of them. The dream matches, baby. Who doesn't want to re-experience a dream? Secret character flag, enable bouncy my, enable red blood. Can't believe they titty nerfed. What kind of madness is that? Yeah. So this is the final of the Nests arc, so the whole K-Dash and, you know, the clones, the Kyo clones, which is what the whole thing is about, actually. They're just trying to clone, because they want his, like, his bloodline so they can make him, you know, they can make people who shoot fire. This has K49 in it, who is so clearly a fucking Akira ripoff that they had to change him and rename him to put him into the most recent one as Cronin, I think. Not a bad little intro, but yeah, this was you know, just do we fucking, you know, I mean, I gotta be K49 because he fucking rules. And because he is such a fucking... Also, the system here is weird. You kind of pick some, and like, depending if you can make them all strikers, and you wind up with like a lot more shit. I don't know. It gives you more resources. I don't much care for it. But yeah, they literally they couldn't do this character anymore. And when I say he's like actually fucking, you know, Tetsuo from fucking, what's the other move of his? A little hop forward. Yep. So he is basically in the next game, but as Cronin. He was in some of the like PC versions, but they had to like change him a bit as well. Like made him, I think they called him like unnamed or something, or nameless, just something weird. I mean, he's kind of fun to play as just because he's fucking goofy as shit. Drill hand. Whack. Where are we? K49. Alright, what do you got here, K49? Yeah, his finisher is like power is losing control. Ooh ah. Never get sick of. Let's see if I can get it to... There we go. How did I leave it stuck on karate? How did I do that? Power is losing control. Copyright is losing control. The boss is kind of okay. He's a little better than fucking Mustache Dad, but it's okay though, because we wind up getting to King of Fighters 2002, which is the King of Fighters 98s of King of Fighters 2000s, and fucking rules. Because it's all the good bits, great art, a great intro. It's just meat and potatoes. Ain't no fucking around. Set console, cool. And dip out and fucking fiddle with my controls. This is another one of those ones that I played a lot by myself. You know, it's just tons of fun to play. Ridiculous. Like, every character has, like, this ridiculous super move that's, like, extra hidden and has its own golden fucking pop. And they're really silly. But, you know, just buckets of fun. and they all kind of go back to that tradition of like really batshit inputs that just are nonsense. Let me see. Alright. See what the cheat database has in this motherfucker. So your character's great. Bounciness. Blood. Fuck yeah. 15 years old. Let's do this. It's not worth getting a... Like, if you absolutely desperately... This is a great intro, though. If you desperately want the vintage thing, get one. But there's no reason to. It's just nuts how they can be so good for the fucking dream matches. Goro's back. He's got Brody's kid. Fuck yes. You can be evil, Omega Rugal if you want. I'm gonna pick a lot of these characters based on what bullshit fucking super desperation move they've got, because they're all mostly ridiculously fun. Chang's and nuts. Clark's is fun, but does like no damage. It's really fucking baffling. Oh yeah, Yamazaki's is a lot of fun too. Alright, where are we? Got a Gorbo. Alright. Like in my room, can I do a backflip real quick? Fucking I hate it when they wait till like a second after my reversals. This is why I call Diamond the Japanese space program. Away! I don't know why that didn't hit. Ugh. Pick a cunt up off the ground and throw him into the ground again. Maximum ground. It's 2002, Vice. These shenanigans just don't impress like they used to. You know. Alright, now I gotta get my health down a little bit if I'm gonna get this to work. Actually, I might try it on fucking mature just because it'll be... crunch. Yeah, like there's honestly not a big lot of value. I mean, outside of like, if it's about having the thing, then fine. But if you just want to play the fucking games, there are a bajillion easier ways. Ah, god damn it, fuck off. Ah, where is it? Ah, god damn it, she jumped it. Why you gotta be a fucking, just a hassle about this, mature, you know? We're just trying to have some fun here. Fine. I'm just gonna do this then. Oof. Yeah, I mean, see, I get some of that, which is why I went for the controllers. The controllers, I think, are the great halfway point, because it does give you that, like, you know, classic interaction. Like, you're pushing the thing as it would have been pushed back in the day. But yeah, otherwise stuff is very, very expensive. Where is Yamazaki up in this bitch? Fuck off, Troy. Boom, ba-doom, ba-doom, boom, boom. I always like the KOF version of like Yamazaki because he's always been the most useful to me. Like having things like the proper knife attack and like the decent fucking like axe kick. 2002 has probably got the most fucking fighter cameos in the background too. Like I think everybody's here. Like there's Team USA, there's the other, there's Bob, there's Duck King up the back, there's a big old Tizok just hanging out there, kind of upset that he's not allowed in this one. King, one of the guys from one of the early SNK brawlers, which if we, I think we already have played. Ah! You know, there's Hearden on the TV screen there, smashing his fist. Man, Whiffin Specials doesn't build the meter that it used to. Alright, what are you? It's like 2 halves back and 2 kicks. I mean, that's feasible. Look, stop being a twit, Chang. Just, like, fucking hit me. Alright, let's get about close. That'll be it. Why is that not working? Yeah, that's what I'm fucking doing! Ah! 2 half circle back, 2 kick. Alright, fine. Fine. Ow. I love that just for years they just couldn't animate fucking Chang's chain. There it is, Scooby Dooby Doo Wop Doo Wop a Doo Doo. Try and make some fucking progress. I'm playing too many fucking King of Fighters as is. And then there's King of Fighters 3, which, look, personally, I fucking hate. I think it's balls. I think the active fucking tag mechanic was a really bad idea. And they thought so too, which is why it only shows up once! All the new added characters suck. All the new added moves suck. It's just a carnival of suck, to be honest. I mean, people will defend Ash, and it's like, fine. Like, you want your femboy representation. I mean, I will say they have kind of fucked up Ash in, like, the most recent one, because, like, Ash has to be drawn so that, like, a heterosexual man can, like, unknowingly masturbate to him. Otherwise, you've made a mistake. Bouncy. Like, they took away a lot of the fun supers, and basically, like, you know how, like, Ralph has his Galactica Phantom? They basically... firstly, they made it so only the leader of the team gets a cool fucking super, you know, bonus super. And they just made it so lots of the fucking supers are just regular fucking... are, like, just one big hit. And that's an archetype that's fine, but you can't just, you know, give that to everybody, or you've just got a game where everyone's just, you know, walloping out this one big hit, and it's just very boring. I always want to play single just because I don't like the rest of it. Leader select. So only the leader gets the fucking level 2 super, which I do not like. Nice to see some Guru characters make it in though. Then there's this girl with her fucking yo-yos. You know what? I'm gonna be fucking evil. I'm gonna be like a little sumo girl, because, yeah. Because this is ridiculous. Schoolgirl sumo. That's one of her moves. got that. What is the big one? Alright, that just stops hitting K at some point, does it? You generally only see stuff like that when it's... you're trying to push somebody over, like, the line. Generally, flying sumo headbutt is not a good idea in sumo. Cute as a button, but a balls-ass game. Hey, alright. Finally, a king I can respect. We've managed to get through the King of Fighters. That was a great big wad. I mean, there is some gold in there, don't get me wrong. This was meant to be a NeoGeo playthrough, not just like a King of Fighters retrospective. But that's the fucking problem, is like, you know, you want to play one of these things, guess what? You're going to be playing a lot of fucking King of Fighters games. Because there are a lot of King of Fighters games. Alright, fuck you. Region, alright. Ding, ding. Infinite time, infinite energy. 1 up, 10 powers. Don't know what that means. I guess we'll figure it out. This is a fun little, you know, it's a fighting game, but... yeah, for all you Zoomers out there, that this actually happened in 1996 in Japan. Okay, punch, I got kick, alright. What's C doing this again? Run. Alright. Like, there are monsters, and then there's, like, Captain Dude who's here to help. It is not easy to fight in Getter Sandals. I don't even remember how to do... half the shit in this game. Like, are there moves? I got... yeah, yeah. Alright, let's, I'm not having Godzilla able to fucking vomit fucking fire on me if I can't even learn what fucking running lariat is. Alright, of monsters... move list. Alright. Let's see. I don't want a whole guide of King of the Monsters. I just want fucking moves. Alright, where's like just an FAQ? Elbow drop. C while opponent is down. Okay, dash attack. Okay. Alright, so it's interesting. So the grapple is kind of like... I gotta... there we go. Alright, so if I hold A and B, I charge up, and then I release a beam. Alright. Pile driver! It's all that matters. I think I've got to actually button mash to get that. That's amazing. Ouch. It takes so long to fucking... oh, no, no. Oh, yeah. Stomp and flex, baby. There's pins in this? I forgot about that. I like how much of it is just a wrestling game. I'm just worried about those, though. I don't want to touch those balls. Like, stop fucking... I'm not ready. I'm mashing as fast as... I'm mashing as hard as I can. Ah. Just fucking reverse me. Yeah, I'm pushing the buttons, game. Ugh. Oh no! What the? I always lose the fucking grapples in these fucking games. Alright, where's... Oh, fucking... I'll show you. I'm gonna cheat. Yeah. Fuck. Okay. Yeah, I want 10 powers. I want that is. And I'm gonna have infinite energy. Alright. Now we'll see who's Mr. Smart Guy. Slime dude. I wonder what 10 energy even does, like... Because I was picking those things up, but it, like... I mean, it's not making my fucking shit charge any faster. I mean, I don't know. When fucking... I guess I just suplex the shit out of him every time. No, I don't. I don't even win every fucking suplex. I'm tired. I don't have any faster punches. I mean, I do have pile drivers. That's pretty sweet. Ah, macho! Macho madness! I mean, you probably just shouldn't be driving cabs through this area, guys. Woo! Alright. All of you should go watch Big Man Japan if you haven't seen it. I love it's the next thing. Where's King of the Monsters 2? There's a weird bit of music that is getting played on that. Alright, let's go. Let's have other Wrestle Monsters now. I don't know who Captain A is. Hang on. Region setup. Okay. America console. Then. Oh, piss. Fuck it. Why argue? Why fight it? The next thing. Super Geon. Atomic Guy. That's what it is. Alright. Is he really a monster? I suppose he's beating... Can you beat up the Grand Canyon, really? Or are you just making it grander? Cyber Woo. I mean, he's from other games. But then, fucking aliens. Look, everyone believed they'd rule the Earth, but then, fucking aliens, baby. That's right. Atomic Guy. Shut up. Alright. Fucking music in this. Alright. I mean, like, look. Stop beating me at fucking button mashing every time. Alright, it's more like a jump now. I don't even have, like, you know. Alright, well, hurry up where? What am I doing? Alright, look. Toward punch, yeah. Muscles. I can't seem to get any of the fucking moves to work. Stop it. Stop it. Mystery. I mean, I like how much they're sort of, like, re-emphasizing the element of, like, oh yeah, have some monster elements here, like, you know. Alright, so yeah, now I'm, like, locked. Okay, what is it, like, front suplex, forward a punch, alright, lightning mash kick repeatedly, I mean, like, fucking... Stop squeezing my shoulders. Ouch. Don't laugh at me. Yeah. Every time. Who programmed you to laugh? Titty zap. Like, I'm, you know. Aw. I have a ton of infinite power or something. And maybe I have to be able... Yeah, this is Americaville, USA. Alright. This is the arcade version. Fucking... Well, whatever. I suplexed a monster onto its head. That's enough. Kazuna encounter. The Super Tag Battle. This is a weird one. Because... some of it, like, I'm not even sure where it is technically in SNK canon. Like, if it's real or not. Like, it can be really hard to figure these out. Yeah, you can, well, you can, like, the Twin Towers, you can Irish whip someone into the Twin Towers, and then when they bounce off of them, you can clothesline them. You know, that's what the Twin Towers were for, originally. Like, you know. And they still had the ropes that went between them. They got rid of those, I don't know why. You know, if they hadn't got rid of them, they'd probably still be standing. They were structural support, like, ropes. Infinite continues is always good. Four-way battle version, no. Four-way split, no. I don't want any of those shenanigans, thank you. So, like, I know the stick dude is, like, got some relationship to Kim Kap-Wan. There's another old guy with a stick. There's, like, a clown for some reason. I think there's, like, a little girl with a different kind of stick. Or a ball. There's a wrestler character, you know. Alright, but I do not play this much, so I'm never going to remember any of the moves for this. Kazuna, encounter move list. Because this game also comes from, like, the kind of, oh yeah, no, Hayate, the guy who invented boomerang karate. Punch, kick, weapon change. Alright, that can stay that way. Okay. Tag zone. So having a tag zone, I don't think is a bad idea for one of these games. You know, giving it some sort of like spatial component, I think is actually pretty cool. Yep, alright, it's been that way since forever. Alright, where are we? America. I don't know, I do kind of like the look of her. She seems nice. Alright, what do we got? Front suplex, alright. Thank you. One of his moves is called American Screw, and I already know that it's just a diving fucking... Yeah, there it is. American Screw. Suplexes. And so, like, you've got, like, you know, moves that are specific to do with, like, your weapon. So, if you throw your weapon, sometimes it's, like, gone. Or because this is an axe, it comes back to me for reasons that I can't adequately explain. Uh-oh. My old man is angry. I want to get another suplex. Come here. Come here. Sword Gal. Ground sword. What was her name? Rosa? There she is. Alright. Dragon Ball GT Master Roshi. Basically! The thing about Master Roshi is like, he was an archetype since before Master Roshi. So you can just put Master Roshi in anything you want. No one's allowed to tell you otherwise. Alright, good. Can't argue with that. I mean, it feels unique. It's got its own things going for it, but it's still just a bit wacky. You know, I just don't like the tag element, you know. So that's a little leg overkick there. Alright, what else we got? Turning air kick. Oh, okay, cool. That's nice. Rosa sanction. Alright, crescent slicer. Bee needle. Ba-ting! Lady. Yeah, I can't, like, a lot of these characters show up in another game, and we haven't found it yet, but I can't. See, I like that one. That was like, that girl acknowledged that she was facing, like, a fucking version of her. Thank you. Ah, I tagged. Axe-a-boom! America! America! I don't like this clown. There's just too many design elements going on at the same time here. It's just, you know, like, what's happening? What are we doing? Axe-a-boom! My axe-a-boom. Ah, double suplex. I think they are fighting in front of the Neon Knight Riders, actually. am I fighting? Slurs? Or slums? Must be slums. Might be slurs, you never know. Very few of these characters made it out of these games, which is in some ways a shame, I think. They did put a few of them in, like, one of the fucking compendium fighters, like, Alright, come here, I want to do my super to you. Alright, where is it? Eagle Special, forward hustle, forward A. Alright, can't argue with that. Alright, that's not it. How do I do it? I just keep getting suplex. And look, I'm not mad about that, but I am disappointed. Ah, if I can call that one there. I'm gonna sit and squabble with Kazuna and Counter about what I'm doing. We'll probably leave that there for today, because I do want to spend a bit of time on Last Blade, the Last Blades, and, you know, we've still got a long way to go. We haven't even touched the Metal Slug. This is taking so much longer than I thought. So the problem is a lot of these are actually enjoyable, you know, it's not like the fucking DOS one where I can just go, fuck you, and get rid of it. You know, I'm stuck actually having to fucking partially enjoy myself, you know, and there's like stuff, there's like more stuff coming, you know. Like Neo Turf Masters. Are you relaxed yet? Like Nightmare in the Dark. Ninja Combat. This was one of my favorite arcade games growing up. This is an absolute classic. That's a humdinger. Panic Bomber. Pleasure Goal. You know, so much to look forward to. There's so much goodness. That's the thing now. We're gonna have to. We'll stick it at Last Blade and Last Blade 2. We'll come back next week for Yeah, they made a golf game. It's also on the fucking handheld. A lot of the NeoGeo Pocket games are actually really, really good. You know, there's, you know, these days when you can play, like, full tilt NeoGeo games on handhelds, it's, like, not as relevant, but, like, still, you know. Honestly, a lot of them are standalone fun to play. Like, the Pocket Turf Masters. Like, I do enjoy, like, weird old 2D golf games. Like, it could be a real fucking arse ache to work out what the fucking ground is, you know? Like, sometimes you'll hit something and your ball will just go boop and just roll away. And you're like, oh, I didn't know that was a fucking hill. Yeah, you know, there's like, a lot of the time, you know, because you'll see lists of, like, best games on, like, the Master System or the Genesis or something like that. And, like, a lot of the time you'll see, you know, like, a port. And it's a good port. And for its time, it may have been, like, the best way to play it at home. But, you know, these days, something needs kind of like its own thing. Like, it needs to survive on its own value, because if you can run a Mega Drive game on, like, a little handheld, you can probably run a fucking, you know, Neo Geo game on a little handheld. And it has to stand up for that, you know. Like, there are people making all these weird, like, they're great improvements, don't get me wrong, but they're improvements on, like, the old Genesis Mortal Kombat game to, like, make it closer to the arcade. And it's like, you know, why? Cadillacs and Dinosaurs was Capcom. It's kind of weird, because Capcom made a lot of brawlers, and SNK made a lot of one-on-one fighters. There's only a few SNK brawlers. The Sengoku series isn't bad, but not a lot of them really kind of like leap out to mind, particularly when you compare them to, like, the quality of the old, the actual, you know, the fighting games. Because even the fighting games that aren't great, like, you know, Kazuna Encounter wasn't fantastic, but, like, it worked, you know, like, there was good hit detection, like, all of that stuff. Oh, League Bowling, I forgot about League Bowling. You know, all of that stuff, that wasn't a given back in the day. You know, you could play a fighting game that just barely fucking worked at a basic mechanical fucking level. I can't even get started at that. But there are a lot of really fun games coming up, like Magician Lord, you know, another little Matra Malay. This is the Power Instinct game. It is batshit insane, and very proud of that fact. You know, Flashback 1975. Mutation Nation has, like, moments. Overtop. A lot of their little arcade driving games are a lot of fun. I think that, like, that hit its zenith in Neo Drift Out, which is actually pretty sweet. Like, a lot of great use of sprite scaling, you know. I don't even remember Pop and Bounce. House Breaks 2, another volleyball game. Prehistoric Isle, bit of fun. Polestar, I never really played much. The original Puzzle Bobbles, look at that. Not even sure what a Puzzled Upon is. It's just Puzzle Bobble again. It's all Puzzle Bobbles. That's... And there's like, here's one of the quiz games. I don't even know what this is about, but this fucking... Like, what the fuck? What game is this? What game? What does this tell me about the game? Excellent. Rage of the Dragons, kind of mixed bag. Ragnargard, fun enough game. Awful, 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 awful graphics. There's Robo Army that the fucking tit laser guy was from. And we'll get into the Samurai Showdowns. Savage Rain, that's where they came from. That's right. Savage Rain is like, I'm pretty sure the prequel to... It's not like directly the prequel, the thing that fucking whatever the fuck Kazuna Encounter comes from. The Sengokus are solid. Start simply, but then you end up in Sengoku 3, which is like fairly wild. The Shock Troopers games are tons of fun. You do need to, for some reason, like it has the video for Shock Troopers 1. I don't know why. But you do really need to fucking crank up the goddamn overclock for those because they... Oh boy, they will fucking slow down. Horse racing games, which suck. You know, small soccer games. Boot! Super Spy is a lot of fun. A hack of this that made it a little more like an RPG or something would be a lot of fun. SVC Chaos, which has its moments. You know, more soccer, Thrash Rally. Top Hunter's a lot of fun. Other golf games. Twinkle Star Sprites. Voltage Fighter Gaokaiser, which just has a batshit name. The actually lots of fun World Heroes Perfect Jet. Zblade. And Zupapa, which I've never played. I think I'm throwing cats at children. Well, that'll be fun. And that's been the fucking NeoGeos for the day. Remember, oh yeah, I gotta go check on, this is great, I get to check on what the actual fucking, you know, whatever the fucking thing's called, the Patreon, while I'm here yelling at you, you know, that's really good, I appreciate that capacity. 1779, alright, I think we're $1 up from last time I barked at you, you know, gotta fix that up. For those of you that haven't, I'm now at Gabriel Meat, at Twitter, because I got deleted for making a guillotine joke about that rich guy. Which, of all the things. Oh well. It's just a matter of time until, like, fucking, you know, the thing is either sold and fixed, or we all bail to, like, fucking Blue Sky or whatever the fuck. Tomorrow there should be some fucking actual, you know, videos that me and Amber recorded. We did, Bolt Gun, a bizarre, I can only describe it as outhouse game called Xeno Crash or Xeno Clash, and a little bit more of us playing Street Fighter Online. And so you get to see me actually, like a little bit of shine on the old Gabester there. It's yeah, it's never Threads. Yeah, you're getting to close to the point where I'll pretend you're human. Well, I mean, Threads had the chance. It's fascinating watching them do that, because it's like, you remember when fucking, what's that extra fucking, that awful game launcher, the most recent one that we only ever have to get because the company buys the rights to fucking games that we actually might want to play. Yeah, so, you know, tell your friends, you gotta refollow me. I did download my fucking Twitter archive a little while ago too, so that's good. But most I need to get my following list back because there are a few people on there who I just don't even remember what the fuck they were called. But like there was like a Japanese artist lady who draws like these really great things of just hot chicks doing wrestling moves to each other, but not in the way you're thinking. They're very, very, very good. Yeah, Gabriel, mate. Yeah, that's it. Oh, someone's following me on the internet. I mean, it's you know, it's a slight inconvenience, but you know, it just means you guys have to do more shit. You guys gotta like snip this and clip it and put it on whatever horrible video things that I refuse to fucking join because I don't understand them or really care for them. I think Amazon like TikTok or some shit. I don't know. Whatever. It's not. You know, I'm doing this. I'm already doing all the fucking work. I'm losing my voice here. I'm talking and I'm talking and I'm talking and I'm talking. I don't ask for much. Actually, I should guilt you. That's what I should do. All right. But until then, we should have some actual video stuff out in the next today or tomorrow. Possibly out now. I haven't been paying attention. DOS resumes on Monday. We're into the bees, so that's been fun. Tell everyone you know. Remember, everything that I do live also gets put on the channel. It's just put into the live section. I don't know how to make that show up on the regular bit. I'm not sure if that's a thing I might have to click on. I don't know. That could be a you job as well. I don't know. All right. So I'll see you again on Monday. You'll probably hear me again at some point in the next day or two. You know, join the Patreon. It's cheaper. Like, don't just give me money over this. It's kind of like just a hassle. And find me on Twitter. I think that's everything. You know, but until then, beat it.